What's going on, guys? Roger here with QVO Tactical. In today's video, we are checking out a gun that I've always wanted to shoot and that I've always wanted in my collection. I feel like this gun gets a lot of shade thrown at it, but secretly I think that most people really dig it. Of course, I'm talking about the Springfield Armory M1A SOCOM 16 chambered in .308. Now, as always, I like to tell you guys how I go about getting these products in for review. You all know that we have a great working relationship with the team over at Springfield Armory. I reached out to them a couple of months back, letting them know that I've always wanted to get one of these and that I wanted to make a video about the platform. They liked the idea and told me that they would send us one for a video. This gun is ours to keep, to film this video, and for future content. Now, when looking at analytics, guys, we've noticed that a lot of our audience watching our videos are not subscribed to the channel. A little over 70% of you guys, to be exact. If you are one of these people, please do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, as it definitely helps out the channel. We also noticed when looking at analytics that a lot of you enjoy the range portion footage more than when we go into the specifications and how we have our guns built up. So we decided moving forward that we would start with getting into the range footage first, and then at the end of the video, we'll go over in studio how we have our guns set up and the specs. With that being said, here are the first rounds through the SOCOM 16. All right, guys, the day has come, finally out on the range with this thing, the SOCOM 16. So here are our first rounds through it. You guys saw we have it set up from the specs part. So without further ado, got some 147 .308 inside here. Let's see it, here we go. We're just shooting a target like 10 yards, 7 yards out on cardboard, just get a feel for it, then we're gonna get zeroed. It's definitely shooting far right. Yeah, man. So everybody told me there's gonna be a little oomph from it. Definitely could feel that. The muzzle device does a great job though. It's definitely not as much of kick as I thought it would be. And then a lot of people were talking to me too about, hey, with running the optic higher, gonna have to do like, you're not gonna have a really good cheek weld. I don't really care to shoot it like this. Having it nicely here in the shoulder, being able to keep my head up, and the recoil is manageable. So we're gonna be out here running on the range. We'll get it zeroed. We'll take a look at the hits real quick, Gil. As you guys can see, I'm holding center. So elevation looks good, but windage wise, we're talking, you know, 8 inches off. This is some 9mm stuff we were shooting earlier. So we'll adjust for this. Everybody else, I'm actually gonna adjust right now, that way bringing people in a little closer here. But yeah, it's pretty sweet. All right, we got Jade up next with the SOCOM 16 and .308. Remember to really throw your shoulder into it, lean forward, go for it. Yeah, what do you think?
Interesting.
So you never shot 308 before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
So I don't like the grip angle.
Speak a little bit louder. It's
yeah. I don't like the grip angle. I think I've been spoiled with like the AR platforms, how it's
the pistol
nice
grip
on the hands.
So you want a pistol grip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kick wasn't too bad. Yeah, like it sucked at first, but then you got used to it, so that wasn't an issue. But it's just this grip. I don't like how my hand has to like a traditional rifle. Yes, but
but being 308 or 308 as they call it, what'd you think? As bad or not as bad as you thought it was gonna be?
I don't think it's as bad. I could see why they could say like 308. I get that, but I don't think it was as bad.
All right, we got Gil up now. SOCOM 16 .308. Go for it, bud.
Man, that was definitely a lot more kick than I was expecting, to be honest. First time shooting .308, but man, it's awesome, fun to shoot. But I definitely felt the kick in the shoulder. I definitely had to control a little more because I wasn't anticipating that much kick.
So with it being a 308 recoil, our whole mounting system kind of came loose here. So we torqued it to specs, but I'm gonna go back home, undo everything, I'm gonna Loctite everything, and then retorque it, and that should get us squared away. So we have other stuff we're gonna film here, but I just wanna come out and get the first rounds. But
Yeah, I do have another mount that I can try, but to get it to be high enough to clear this D-ball for night vision stuff, we had to do it this way. So, like I said, we'll go home, retorque everything, Loctite everything, make sure this thing is solid and that it can handle the recoil. But till the next range session.
So with all of us pretty much shooting 223, 5.56 rifles all the time, we did notice a significant difference in recoil. Like I said on the range though, the muzzle device that comes from Springfield Armory on the SOCOM 16 does a really good job at mitigating the majority of that recoil. Now I wanted to get this gun properly zeroed, so we set up a target and mounted the gun in our bench rest. We noticed during the zeroing process though that the Springfield Armory rail mount that they sent us, it started coming loose on us. We headed back home and put some Loctite on everything, and then we retorqued the mount to spec. A few days later we headed back out to the range. On this range trip, John and Compton came out with us, so I decided to get their first rounds out of the gun on camera as well.
All right, we got John out on the range. We haven't seen him in a bit, but told him we got a SOCOM 16, so we definitely wanted to come out and try the 308. Go for it, John. Drop that bolt, let it rip.
Nice.
Put some speed on it, John. Hey-oh.
Nice.
What do you think, man?
That's nice, man. This thing is smooth.
Yeah, I don't think the recoil, I
It
mean,
ain't so bad.
it's like, I don't know, 223 plus P, I guess.
All right.
All right, we got Compton up next. He's gonna get his first rounds on the SOCOM 16. Compton plays Call of Duty with us, so he's like, yo, the DMR in real life, I gotta try this.
Definitely excited.
Go for it, bud.
Oh. Sweet.
So what's worse, the Genesis 12 or this?
Oh, the Genesis 12. This thing's great. I don't know what everyone else was talking about.
Now after they shot their first rounds, we set up to zero this gun once again, and this time we were able to get a decent group. However, even with the Loctite and torquing it to spec, the Springfield Armory mount still came loose on us.
All right, guys, back out on the range with the SOCOM 16. Went home, reread the manual, torqued everything back, did some Loctite on everything, and hopefully we are dialed in. I'm gonna do a mag dump of like 10 rounds real quick, and then I know we're gonna have to re-zero this thing since it was moving around on us, but I just wanna see if the recoil starts moving anything before we keep going with the whole range day. So, let's do it. Here we go. Everything's feeling solid. We'll see as we keep going. We'll clear this thing out. There we go. We'll go take a look at the hits over here. So I got a group. It looks like windage wise we're good. But elevation, obviously it's super, super low. So, but I'll take this grouping here. We're gonna zero it out to 50 and then, yeah, we'll see how we are. All right, so the mount did fail on us again, came loose. We used red Loctite on everything. Finally got a really, really nice grouping too. We'll go down there and show you guys here in a second, but you know, 5 out of the 6 rounds touching at 50 yards, the red dot, but the Springfield mount just didn't hold up. So I do have a different mounting solution that I can switch out to, so I'm gonna try it. It's what our buddy Ben Brown had. So we'll get this back at the house, switch it out to that, and get back out on the range. I'll have to order a single high 30mm ring, but we did get this zeroed though, so hopefully when night goes down we're going to be able to hop on with this guy and at least do some night vision shots with it. So, but yeah, that's the update. I'm still liking it. Gil and Jade, they are not liking it. They don't like the recoil. This thing feels great to me. I just need to get the optic situation figured out. So this is that grouping I was just talking to you guys about. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds here, and then this 6 flyer over here, and that was zeroing off of these 2 rounds from before. Makes sense now that the mount was moving. It was a little elevated, so it brought my round from here up, even though I was adjusting to come down. So like I said, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board with the mount situation, switch it out to the other one that I have, and hopefully that resolves the whole situation with the optic.
Now, I didn't want to waste this range trip, so we filmed some of the Zev Core combat rifle footage that you saw in our previous video. We did this until nightfall because I did equip my full power Steiner D-ball laser so that we could do a little bit of night vision shooting with the SOCOM 16. Let me just tell you, so much fun was had.
Yo, 200 standing, bro. How dope is that, Compton?
This is fucking sick. Their night vision, it's 10 times better.
All right, so like I mentioned it out on the range, I did switch over to the different mounting solution like our buddy Ben Brown from Wiseman Company did with his SOCOM 16. I used a small Picatinny rail section that mounts into the stripper clip dovetail of the rifle. Stacking tolerances obviously is not ideal. However, this solution proved to be the best as it ran flawlessly when we headed back out to the range.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back out on the range with the SOCOM 16. Had to switch out to a different style of mounting option for my ACO here. The Springfield mount, unfortunately, just wasn't staying attached, kept coming loose on us. You guys are familiar with our buddy Ben Brown from Wiseman Company, using something that he used, which is a small piece of a Picatinny section that goes into the stripper clip section. On top of that, I have the Vortex 1.54 extra high mount for my 30mm ACO. It is clearing the D-ball. It's probably like 30% of the D-ball in the window. Not ideal, but it does work, and we're here having fun, so kind of doing what we want. Anyway, I'm gonna zero this thing at 50 yards. We're only gonna shoot out to 200 today. But yeah, let's see, we should be able to get a nice tight zero now that the mount is gonna hold up. Here we go. Down, take a look. All right, so we got another one actually in the center diamond, but kind of got a few other places. Obviously it's me, but hitting out at 200 off of this. I'm gonna leave it alone, leave it from here. Now we're gonna set up a steel target at 50, 100 and something, and 200 and something, and just run a couple drills. All right, guys, now they're all squared away at the zero, and the mount is holding up just fine. Everything's rock solid. We're gonna have a little bit of fun here. We got 3 targets out, so I have a mini A-zone steel target. Go ahead and pan out here, Gil, so they can see, kind of focus up out there for them. First target's a 50-yard mini A-zone steel. It's only like 6 inches wide. Then we got a target at 120 yards, full C-zone target that is 120 to the right. And then all the way back there, Gil zooms in here, we got a target at 205 yards C-zone steel. So the drill is going to be fairly simple. All we're going to do, come up on gun on the buzzer, you're going to engage the first target and then move 1 round, move to the second target. So 50 yards, 1 round. If you miss, you come back to that target. So boom, I hit the 50, I go to the 100 and I miss. I got to come back to the 50, engage the 50 with another round before I can move on. The goal obviously is to get to the 200 target without any misses, but we're going to do this standing and see how we do. So get this dot brightened up a little bit. There we go. You ready, Gil?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Set the timer, and here we go. There's the 50. There's the 100. Oh, the 2. Ah, back to the 100. Back to the 200. Hey-oh! All right, I did way better than I was gonna do. So, 5 shots total, 14.95. So 5 shots means I had 2 misses. Both were on the 200-yard target. So, or actually no, I only had 1 miss because I missed it and then had to go back to it, but I had to shoot the 100 again. So, 5 rounds total, 1 miss, 14.95. Gil, you're up. All right, we got Gil up now. It is safe to say that the SOCOM 16-308 review has not been Gil's favorite to be a part of.
Not my favorite.
But it is zeroed and squared away now, bud. So 50, 105, or no, sorry, 50, 120, and 205. On you. Nice. Back to the 50.
What?
Back to the 50.
I give up on this gun, guys. Definitely not my favorite, but I don't even know what to say right now.
All right, Gil, here's your mulligan.
All right, let's try this again. Is that a hit or not, man?
Nope.
I give up on this gun. It's just me, guys. Not my favorite.
Gil's like, yep, 3-0, hate it.
Now, after running some drills with everything running really well, I still found myself really enjoying the SOCOM 16. As you guys saw from the range drills, the gun left Gil a little frustrated. Let's just say this wasn't his favorite gun to shoot. Now, as a little bonus though, Gabe just returned back from Japan, so we had him get a little bit of time on the range with the SOCOM 16.
Back on the range with the SOCOM 16, guys. We got a cool package in the mail call from our buddies over at KCI. They're actually locally here in Vegas, well in Henderson. But they came out with some new M1A mags. So they sent them over to us to try out in the range. We figured since we're doing a review on the SOCOM 16, might as well try them out. Got I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 rounds in here. Load it up, let's see how it does. Whew. Let's see, 50 yards. Good to go there, 75. Am I gonna hit the 200? Oh! Hey, these mags are lucky. 160. It's hard to see this one. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna mag dump the rest of it, make sure it locks open. Let's try another one. That one didn't lock back for us. Boom, good lock back there. So we'll try some more of these. But yeah, I'm digging them. I like them. This gun's been running with everything. The Springfield mags, I got some Pro mags that we ran with it, and now the KCI mags. But yeah, we also got Gabe out here on the range. He's back from the Marine Corps, and when he found out I got one of these, he wanted to get out here and try it. So let's get him up here and see how he does. All right, Gabe, when you were in Japan, you were telling me how you wanted to shoot this thing when you got back. Well, you're back, bud. Go for it.
The 160's hard to see.
Right, the white. There you go.
Dude, that thing is sick. Oh man, that's beautiful.
So I really like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not the most like optimal 308. There's definitely better 308s out there, but just the nostalgia behind the gun.
It's pretty sick, dude.
Right.
Not gonna lie. That's all.
Gil, what do you?
Go on to the next one, guys.
Your dad loved it. Compton loved it. Gil and Jade,
How can
not so much.
It's a SOCOM 16, man. How can you not love it?
All right, let's load up some more.
Oh yeah.
All right, Gabe. We all got to run a drill, so you do too. 1 round each steel target. See how you do for time.
20 minutes later.
There it is. That was quick. 3160. Too many shots.
You know I'm gonna do the whole 3 hours later.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Let's go again. All right, on the buzzer with some wind.
There it is. 2107. It's okay, I still like this thing. Gill. Let's get over it.
Now, as you just saw, Gabe is definitely a fan of the platform. All right, guys, so now my overall thoughts on the M1A SOCOM 16 from Springfield Armory. The first thing I think about when I hear 308 is the recoil difference from 223. You're definitely going to notice the recoil, but that muzzle device definitely mitigates it to where it is extremely manageable. I do agree with my buddy Ben Brown from Wiseman Company again in regards to accuracy. During the zeroing process, I was able to get 2 rounds in a 1-inch square at 50 yards. However, I was not able to replicate that very easily. You guys also saw the struggle that most of us had with hitting that C-zone steel target at 200 yards while standing. Now, I was actually pleasantly surprised with the ergonomics of the rifle. It has been a while since I've shot a traditional rifle stock platform. I thought that I would miss the pistol grip. However, I did not even notice that it wasn't there. Now, as far as mounting your optic goes, that definitely was a struggle for all of us, as you saw in the video. I could not get the Springfield mount to work for the life of me. The stripper clip Picatinny mount with the Vortex 30mm high ring was definitely the way to go, and it worked out perfectly as it was still holding strong even when we went back out to the range session a week later with Gabe. I would say overall, I still really like the rifle. Like I said on the range, it has a lot of nostalgia for me. A buddy of mine, he once had one in the police department and I always wanted one back then. Also seeing the M1A used in movies like Black Hawk Down, it really makes me want to take a rattle can to this thing. Maybe down the road we will. Additionally, you know that I'm a big fan of 2-stage triggers, guys, and this gun is no exception. It does have about a 5-pound pull, but we were still able to get this gun to run very fast. Now, for those of you interested in the specs of the rifle and how we have it set up, we have all of that information for you right here. The Springfield Armory SOCOM 16 is the M1A in a more compact and portable size. It features a barrel a little over 16 inches in length with a shortened gas system and a forward-mounted rail section. The rifle also features a match-grade tuned 2-stage trigger with about a 5-pound pull. You'll also notice your rear sight with both windage and elevation adjustments coupled with the tritium front sight by XS sights. Lastly, there is a proprietary muzzle brake, which you all saw from the range footage, helped to mitigate recoil greatly. Now we set our rifle up using the Aimpoint ACO 30mm red dot. We mounted it with a Vortex single ring high mount. This was done using the KZM14 stripper clip sight base. You can find this on Botash here in Vegas. They have a website, you can go to botash.com and order it there. This is going to require a little bit of hand fitting though. We had to file it down a little bit to get it correctly fit, but once you do, it is rock solid. Additionally, on the front Picatinny rail section, I put our Steiner D-ball, this laser using the Unity Tactical Fusion Hub. This provided me with enough room to mount a mod button behind it. Additionally, we were able to mount a Surefire Vampire weapon light on the Unity Tactical mod wing. All of this together gave us a really fun setup for both daytime and nighttime range sessions. Guys, girls, that's gonna wrap it up for us on this video. We hope you guys all enjoyed the video and we wanna thank you for checking it out. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up down below. And once again, if you're new here, consider subscribing because it definitely helps out the channel. Thank you again to Springfield Armory for sending this out to us for review. We appreciate your support. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.